Right. All right. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you sub to the channel. Also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Okay. I appreciate everybody being up in here. I see a few of y'all in here already. See the brother Ron. I see. Salute to the Reef Watcher. I see you in here, brother. Um, Want to give a shout out first and foremost to all of my subs, both new and as well as my day ones. Okay. Also want to give a shout out to the whole Lions Den, both basketball, boxing community. In this case, we're not talking about neither one. We talk about some real life issues. That's what the hell we do on this channel. Man, we don't run from no smoke. We're not ducking or dodging. No shit around here, okay? Also, I want to give a shout out to two brothers. First and foremost, man, I want to give a shout out to Willie D. Y'all know who he is. You know, famous Ghetto Boy affiliate. One of the best groups of all time. Um, and also has a podcast right now. Uh, so salute to the brother Willie D, and also want to give a shout out to the brother Ryan because he wanted me to talk about this situation. Um, I'll give a couple, maybe like a maybe another minute, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in on this right here. And also, this is gonna be a part one to this what we're talking about right now. I'm gonna talk about this first right now, and then later on I'll uh, give my further thoughts on this situation too, because to me, this situation right here is to me it's a smoke screen in a lot of ways and stuff. But I'll talk about this. Yeah, Kenyon, we're gonna talk about it, brother. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it. In just a second. Salute to Kenya, man. How's everybody feeling, man? Make sure y'all hit that like when y'all come on in here. Make sure y'all hit that like. I'll give everybody just a second. Uh, okay. Um, if you happen to catch me right now and you catch me in the middle of this, just go ahead and rewind all this back, okay? Playback, playback, playback gang, all right? Now, the brother Ron wanted me to talk about this, man. I wasn't going to initially talk about this because, like I said, I saw this on the brother Willie D's channel. Um, I didn't show no videos. As you know, I show shorts and I show content and stuff of what's going on to keep y'all up to date on some of the things that's going on. Some of it is funny, some of it's entertaining, some of it has a message, and a lot of it is to make sure y'all asses is woke if you're not, okay? Um, but in case y'all don't know what's going on, okay, I have to keep it YouTube censored, YouTube friendly around here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get struck or none of that other stuff. All right. But in case y'all don't know what's going on, the 15-year-old girl whose name I'm not going to disclose, I do have a name. Y'all can look it up yourself. Don't put it in the section, okay? If you know the name, don't put it in my section, all right? All right, please don't put it in my section. Do not put it in the comment section. Um, okay, so there was a situation where two 15-year-old girls uh, got into an altercation, and this took place in St. Louis, um, and this was at they're affiliate of it. It's called Hazelwood Hazelwood High School in St. Louis. Okay, and if I happen to have the name mixed up. Just please forgive me. I don't know it fully. Okay, I'm just going right off the top of my head. But two of the young ladies, young girls, I should say, had gotten into an altercation. Now, one, of course, was black, and the other one was white. And uh, pretty much, the black girl, what I'm saying, she got the best of her, and pretty much, had beat her ass. You know what I'm saying? However, uh, it got so crazy that the black girl pretty much had slammed her head into the concrete and everything, and a lot of people felt like she had went overboard or whatnot. Well, now the girl, whose name I'm not going to disclose again, the one that her head had got slammed into the concrete, uh, they had put a GoFundMe for this girl, and it has topped because of the injuries that she had sustained, and she's in critical condition. And also, a lot of people felt like it was a very disturbing footage. They had put a GoFundMe for her to pay for her medical bills, things of that nature, whatnot. And the GoFundMe initially was at 120K. Now it has topped up to 280K. Okay. Um, and of course, the 15-year-old girl, she was arrested. She's held in the St. Louis County facility, and of course, I'm not going to disclose her identity either. Okay. Um, this is my thing about this whole situation. Okay. All right. Now, first and foremost, okay, and like I said, this is the part one. First and foremost, all right, you have a situation right here that really nobody is really even talking about. Now, the media is going to put it out like, oh yeah, there has been, excessive bullying that goes on in that neighborhood, yada yada yada, and everything. How come they don't really talk about the fact that when it was a one-on-one situation, the other girls had tried to jump on this other girl, right? How come they don't talk about that? And then also they don't talk about the fact that this girl had been constantly bullied. Okay, now they're gonna put it out there like there's bullying going on and stuff like that, but they're not gonna talk about how this girl had repeatedly got jumped and repeatedly was forced, pretty much to defend herself. And see, from the video, she wasn't the only one that was, that was fighting or whatever. Now, we can't say that this is a race issue either, because if you look at the video and everything, it was kind of like, there were some black girls that actually had tried to fight the other black girl. But this is my thing right here, though. With all that being said, right? Let's just say the tables were turned, right? Okay, let's just say the tables were turned. Let's say that, the shoe was on the other foot, so to speak, and that was that black girl that had her head slammed into the concrete and stuff like that. Do you honestly think that they would be trying to have a GoFundMe and make this? The media is going to try to play it out as if she's everything but a child of God, and even going so far as placing her under arrest in a facility or anything like that. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. We already know the bullshit. And then on top of that, we're not looking at the fact that being that she had did this and everything, we're not looking at the fact that there were other parties that were involved too and that were around too. Okay, now look, I understand that some people are going to say, well, straight, you're being kind of harsh, these are kids and stuff like that. All right, but the media is trying to make it seem like they're trying to demonize her as if they've been in a fight before, or they've had to been forced to defend themselves, yada yada yada, right? Now, let's look at it this way, okay? When you're in a fight and when you're engaging in battle, okay, you're taught really to fight to defend yourself, and some people, will really fight to the death, which is what, what I'm saying, you're not supposed to do. But at the same token, we're talking about a survival technique. Now, in this situation right here, could it been looked at as, okay, look, she should have stopped and everything. Sometimes you can't really tell a person how how to feel in that situation, because you know the adrenaline is at a all-time high. And see, what people don't understand about women, while men are men are strong, men could take a lot and stuff like that. A lot of people don't understand that the pain threshold of a woman is extremely high, and it's higher than a man. So that's why, and the reason that is because that's why a man would never give birth to a child or whatever, because the pain threshold is too high. So the thing about it is, when I say that to say this, right? Sometimes when a woman lets out all that emotion and all that stress and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't know when to quit, all right? And on top of that, we're not looking at a situation where, she's a grown woman or anything like that. They're both the same age. They're both 15, 16 years old. Okay. And then also, she probably had got to a point where she got tired of being bullied, all of this other stuff, that was going on. Who knows how many times she got jumped. And sometimes you got to make an example out of that person. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to actually leave you alone. Now, I don't believe in my heart and mind that, the other girl would have got arrested if the tables were turned. Okay. I know it might sound harsh. I know some people, might disagree. But hey, on this channel, like I said, you got to believe your feelings in the car. We're not here to to try to, run away from these type of these conversations. Okay. But basically what I'm saying is, in this part one of what I'm talking about right here, I want you to do your due diligence, and I want you to really go look at that. Look at some of the articles that they're putting out, and look at how they're saying everything. Oh, well, there's disturbing footage of her being her head being slammed to the concrete, and she was smacked around to the ground and everything. Listen, what they're not telling you is that they squared up, woman to woman in this case. Okay, it wasn't like she automatically jumped on her and everything. If you look at that video, if you go back and you go look at that video, okay, they stood up and they squared up, and they were face to face when this initially took place. Okay, this wasn't a thing where she ran up on her and she was bullied and all this other stuff. That's how the media is going to try to play this out. They're going to try to make it. They're going to try to demonize, the black girl in this case, not a black woman, a black girl, because of what took place. They're going to show you like the end result and everything, her head being slammed in the concrete and all this other stuff. But they're not going to tell you what actually led up to that. They're not going to tell you that this girl was bullied. They're not going to tell you that this girl been jumped. They're not going to tell you that this girl, was actually about to get jumped by 3 or 4 other girls. And in a case like that, it's survival mode. Okay, it's survival mode. But it might be harsh and everything, but she's 15 years old. Now they're talking about charging this girl, with assault and everything. And of course, if things take a turn for the worse and she's unalived and stuff, then they're talking about murder and stuff. But the thing about it is we have to understand that when you're in a fight, you're putting your life at risk, regardless of how petty the fight may be, or regardless of how light the fight may seem. You know what I'm saying? You're still putting your life at risk. Um, but this is my thing, man. That's all the media is going to try to do. They're going to try to, demonize this black girl. Now I know some of y'all want me to, feel a lot of compassion and stuff like that. Do I hope that the girl, uh, makes it through? Yeah, I do. I do hope that she makes it through. But at the same time, we also got to look at this situation too, um, and we got to use our common sense. We can't just rush based off of emotion and say, "Oh yeah, 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 she deserved to be locked up." "Oh yeah, 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 she deserved this or she deserved that." Oh wow, I can't believe she did this or did that." No, I'm not looking at it like that, because what if it was her in this situation? And I'm talking about, in this case, I'm talking about the black girl that was on top of her. I guarantee you, a lot of people would not be even making a big deal about it. Matter of fact, you know what? They'll talk about it for just a little bit. Now it's nationwide. It's going viral. They talking about GoFundMe's and all this other stuff. Man, if y'all don't get up out of here with that, now the councilman that had put money down. I think he put like $10,000 down for her, to cover her medical. Okay, well, what about the other? What about the other people that have been in a situation like this that actually that have been in critical condition? What about the other people? What about, what if the tables were turned? Would you have done that? Probably not. We know you wouldn't have done that. What about these little kids that are in critical conditions that happen to get a stray bullet? I look at stuff like that. But okay, because she's about to lose her life and all of this other stuff, and of course, we're looking at it from a race point of view too, and I'm talking about looking at a race point of view from the tables being turned in terms of her, you know, being in critical condition. I'm not talking about the situation where they were fighting, because it was it wasn't a racial thing in terms of them fighting or whatever, because the black girls were actually some of the black girls were sticking up for that for the white girl. You know what I'm saying? I just got to be honest, and I got to, we got to call it for what it is, and the media will try to play on everybody's sensitivity, and like I said, this is the part one about this. Myself, personally, there's a lot more to this than what they're saying. Okay, and also they're not even talking about. You know, how do we not know? We know, man. Put yourself in high school. Okay, I want people to place themselves in high school. I want people to really place themselves in high school, and place yourself at a time when kids would do some of the stuff that they did in order to cause humiliation or to cause harm. Okay, you might have been one of the ones that jumped somebody, or did this to somebody or something like that. You have to think about what that girl might have went through. Now, at the same token, we don't know if some of those girls might have been cool and stuff, because we've seen a whole group of people, and the thing about it too, they weren't the only ones that were fighting. We got to understand that those two girls right there, they weren't the only ones that were fighting. This was Everybody was fighting. So it was kind of like, it was a free for all, it was a brawl and stuff. So we got to stop keying in on just that situation too. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, we live in an era now where everybody want to pull out their phones. Nobody want to aid anybody. Nobody want to help. Everybody gonna pull out their phones because they want likes, they want clicks, they want views, they want subs. You know what I'm saying? They want all of that. You know what I'm saying? They want the content. The first thing that everybody gonna do is pull out their phone. I know me. I'm not pulling out my phone in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a situation where anything could happen. We also got to look at it from a standpoint too. What if weapons were pulled out? Okay, what if a weapon was drawn, or what if somebody had got shot? You know, we got to look at it like that. But we don't want to, like I said, we don't want to talk about that. The media don't want to talk about it like that. All they're saying is, "What's up with it, Ted? I see you in the building, man." Um, we're talking about the 15-year-old girl uh, who is currently in a critical condition, and the GoFundMe now is at 280K at this point in time. If you didn't hear everything, just go ahead and play it back on my feelings on this. But basically, like I said, the media is going to do everything that they can to try to demonize the other girl and make her look, really, really bad, when we all know the situation. She was constantly probably being bullied, something that they're not talking about. She was jumped before. They don't want to talk about that. They'll just, in the media, what they're going to do is they're going to say there has been excessive bullying going around and stuff like that. But they're not going to talk about the fact that that girl had been humiliated and bullied and stuff like that. So, like I said, man, some people are gonna have their different feelings about it. Like I hope that the young girl pulls through and everything. Uh, for a couple of reasons. The one is, of course, we don't want nobody, to leave this earth, but also I don't want the girl to end up throwing away some of her life because of a decision where she was actually trying to, protect herself, because she was protecting herself. What she was doing is she wanted people to leave her alone. And sometimes you say common sense isn't common no more. Well, listen, this is the thing though, Chad. This is the thing about that, right? This girl, like I said, had been bullied, had been jumped and stuff like that. And sometimes, like I was always taught, where I come from, if somebody is, picking on you, I tell my kids all the time, if somebody picking on you, you have to really pretty much whoop their ass to a point where everybody gonna leave you the hell alone. Nobody's gonna mess with you no more. Okay? And I guarantee you now, nobody's gonna mess with her. Nobody's gonna even try to attempt to jump her. Nobody's gonna try to, humiliate her or anything like that. Bullying is real. Yeah, but in this case, we're talking about minors. These girls are 15. One report said she was 15. There was another report said that she was 16. I'm not going to disclose their name. If you know their name, like I said, don't disclose their name. I have the name. I'm just not doing it for YouTube purposes. Okay, but like I said, man, this is a part one. Okay, I'm gonna really go in on part two later on this evening. Okay, I want y'all to look out for this. Um, I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly because I can't, like I said, say some of the things or give you information that I truly want or whatnot. But all I'm gonna say is, the media has a way of trying to manipulate people's minds and send a smoke screen for what it is. They're gonna tell you that oh yeah, she's in such critical. Shaking my head. I just watched a video. No excuses. She gets. What's coming to her? Just my thoughts. Yeah, I mean, listen. You're open to your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I respect everybody's opinion. Um, and also we got to look at it like this. Like I said, those girls, they squared up. Okay, they squared up. Um, I will say this: there are some people that would have probably, just got up and everything like that. But at the same token, when you're getting jumped, like what if one of the girls would have just straight up just came and kicked her in the head or something like that? Okay, would they be talking about all this GoFundMe stuff for her, stuff like that? That's my whole thing about everything. If the tables are turned, would they be having this sense of urgency for the black girl? We just got to be real. We just have to be real. They probably wouldn't feel no sympathy. You know what I'm saying, for the fact that she was black. They probably wouldn't feel any sympathy because the only reason why she would probably get any type of sympathy is because of her age. Right, exactly. If the tables are turned, would you do the same thing for us? Because there's been plenty of situations. There's innocent kids that are getting shot in critical condition. I don't see no GoFundMe for them. You know what I'm saying? We got people out here, you know what I'm saying, in the same situation, probably got jumped by the other color or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That they not talking about. The media not gonna put it out there. Where's the GoFundMe for them? We have to look at this situation for what it is. When I first initially saw this situation, I was like, I'm not going to show it on my channel, you know what I'm saying, first and foremost, because, they're minors, you know what I'm saying? Uh, they're still kids and stuff like that. Their minds are still developing. You understand what I'm saying? And also, it's a little, it's too graphic to show, you know what I'm saying? If you want to go look it up yourself, it's all over the internet. It's all over the internet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's too graphic, man. I mean, you know, but at the same token, hey, when you square up now, this is my only thing. This is the only thing that I would say because I believe in being a problem solver. Okay, in a situation like this, you know what I'm saying. Martial arts is really good, or some sort of a combat sport in which they install discipline in you would have been vital for the black girl, because of course in a lot of different martial arts or whatnot, you know they'll teach you not to go beyond the limits or whatnot, because it's a sign of disrespect or whatever. They don't want a Cobra Kai. They're not gonna do the Cobra Kai type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was a fan of Cobra Kai, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, everybody used to like Daniel LaRusso and all that other bullshit. No, I like Cobra Kai because Cobra Kai is going to teach you actually to survive and what you need to survive. You know what I'm saying? If you about to get killed. You know what I'm saying? So we also got to look at it from that angle. It's funny you say that. I'm black. Yeah, exactly, Dante. You know what I'm saying? Dante, they don't teach you, like, cause my daughter, I put her in martial arts. My son put him in I put him in karate for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I had to learn on the fly. You know what I'm saying, with a lot of this stuff. And then later on in life or whatever, because it was just me and my mom's. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I want them to know, okay, look, when you destroy your opponent, you just destroyed your opponent. But now, see, you got to worry about, consequences, repercussions, stuff like that, retaliating, and all this other BS. Now, when back in the day, you just fight, and that was it. And that's what the part 2 is going to be about. And see, it's funny, Ted, you were in here too. Yeah, discipline. Um, it's funny, Ted was in here. I was talking about high school, in terms of letting your kid fight and stuff like that. Will you let your kid fight and stuff like that? I would let my son fight anytime, anywhere. Not to bully somebody, but if he feel like, man, I had to fight this dude or whatever, this dude want to fight him, I'll let him fight, and I'll sit there and I'll watch him. As long as it's a one-on-one situation, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like, it's getting out of hand, then that's when I step in. I'm talking about if I'm around. But that's for the ones that got kids or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But Like I said, man, I got a part 2 coming up, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I just wanted to talk about this situation. I'll be putting a little bit of information in the description. Dante, I'm gonna rent you up, man. Right now, I appreciate you coming through, showing love to the channel, man. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, get this out. Um, Also hit them notifications too, so that you're able to get all of my content too as well. Until then, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.